Hey boys and girls, it's Luca here, playing as CoreySteel on PokerStars, and I'm a member of PokerStars Team Pro Online. This is day 60 of Fixed Limit Hold'em Bankroll Challenge. I missed a few of the streams here, a few of the recordings, better to say. I haven't recorded my challenges here for maybe like a month and a half, something like that. So I think my last uploads on YouTube was day 54, something like that. So I guess we missed like 6 or 7 recordings here, but nothing really happened here. Really, we're just kind of break-evenish in the last 7 streams or so. So you didn't really miss much here, but let's hope that today is gonna be a bit different. Pretty good start here today already. Obviously having a full house on a turn makes things a bit easier here. Of course, we did a 3-bet from small blind with that monster of a hand, so just hoping that he calls me, I don't know, with ace high here. Maybe he can have like a pair here. I don't think he would like be really thinking about like a pair of 5s here so long to call me here. But yeah, let's say hello to the chat. Hey F Scribenitz, welcome back. Or I guess I should welcome myself back here now that I haven't streamed for quite a while. Hey Urbi, yo, look when we'll go in some Perla cash games. Oh, he was actually thinking about 9s, pair of 9s he was thinking about. I said that he probably wouldn't be thinking about like a pair of 5s for such a long time, but I guess pair of 9s, I mean, it's not really the same here, but I can see why he was kind of hesitating there, but I think that's pretty easy call. Maybe he's just playing so many tables that that his reaction is a bit slower than usual. I'm just gonna fold here. He did cold call me on small bet, no idea what he cold called me with, but I guess it could be an ace X here. So my king X obviously doesn't look very good in against his range, so that's why I folded right away. There was some limit hold'em actually, limit hold'em's cash games in Perla, right? So I assume you played those, or at least do you know how it went? I'm kind of curious. Maybe I should ask someone who is actually like a floor manager there. I was kind of thinking about it. I don't know. Perla is quite away from quite kind of far away from me, really. Me playing there like for 5 or 6 hours to get that like rake back night, free night or something like that. Kind of takes time. I'm just gonna call him and raise the turn, unless I mean the turn it is kind of gross, but is he really going to bet 3-bet a flush here? I'm kind of thinking that he's not doing that, that he is just protecting his hand. Actually, my raise here now on turn is gonna be a kind of scary for him, I assume. He'll be actually thinking that I actually hit a straight here. A straight flush, of course. So, Hey Hitman, how come you didn't add the last stream on YouTube? Well, will you add this one? Yeah, I didn't add my previous stream. Just, I don't know, I was kind of listening to the music, which is not the YouTube friendly. Kind of just my my own playlist or whatever you want to call it. So that's why I didn't put stuff on YouTube, because it would get flagged anyway. By the way, I need to start like a third table. Not sure why what I'm waiting for here. So yeah, but as you can see in the back, now I'm using the YouTube friendly music again. That's why I'm gonna upload this one on the YouTube, yeah. And it's not only the YouTube friendly, it's also a Twitch friendly, yeah. Gonna go for a 3-bet here, even a cap if Master FL decides to a 3-bet here. Was kind of expecting him. I mean, he's gonna also call with a quite a large range here. Also on the big blind, obviously he put 25 cents in already, so he's gonna get priced in most of the time, but he didn't do that, so that is fine. Simlich actually decided. I'm saying Simlich, but he has he has Argentinian avatar, and he's from Germany, so that's gonna be interesting. If he's raising here, might get interesting. Not sure if I should bet 3-bet here. Yeah, I'm just gonna call him here. That is just poor. If I was ahead here on the turn. I assume I'm behind on the river anyway, and he has king, so his raise and cap was actually justified. So yeah, it was actually justified. So I'm just gonna make a note on that. I have 0 notes on him, so this seems fine. Like raise and a cap, king king. Some players obviously don't do that. Definitely don't cap kings in position pre-flop. So I think that's a good note. I mean, sure, not the most useful one, but I think it's still fine. Here's the third table, so we're gonna play 2 tables as usual here. So yeah, king 3 just fold, king 5 not gonna play it either. So yeah, today I'm gonna do our usual 2.5 hour round, something like that, live stream. So I actually can't remember how what that actually meant. That probably meant like 200 minutes. Obviously an hour and a half is around I mean, no, actually, did I actually did like a longer sessions? Now I can't remember. Around 1,000 hands, I guess. Maybe a bit less. 10-9, yeah, sure. Neo Masa seems like he only played like 1 hand so far. And I think like Japanese players are kind of tight, at least here on fixed limit hold'em, so I don't mind raising here with 10-9. But he actually cold called me now, so it's gonna be fine. We just need to like hit like 7, 8 and a 6 and a flop, and it's gonna be just peachy. Let me refresh my graph. I'm gonna refresh it after this hand. Well, that's gonna be a bit harder to play now, and I can't expect it a donk bet from Richard. There's nothing really for me here, so I'm just gonna fold. I mean, if obviously if I would get like a gotcha here with an 8 and instead of 5 here, I would definitely call. But I have basically nothing here, so or maybe like a backdoor flush draw, that would be fine too. Backdoor is just not good enough. He actually bet, and Neo Mas actually raised at the end. So what was the river? No idea, but he has there. I mean, he could hit like a flush there, obviously, but ace 8. Usually raise ace 9 here, but why not? He was unknown to me, this Belarusian guy, but now I see he's pretty tight. He only played basically 1 hand in the last 15 hands, I mean, on this table, so we'll see how it goes. He might be just a usual tag or maybe a bit tight player, but obviously I'm gunning here for the Sertok here guy who has a green color tag. I have a green color tag on him, so I'm just gonna write on the Twitch that I actually started streaming. So just a second, guys. Copy. 7-9, fold, ace 5 suited, definitely raise here. Do it, yeah. Well, I'm going on my session now. Have a good one, Lucas. Yeah. Good luck to you too. Top pair ace should be good, right? Obviously they are capable of cold calling aces, but it's just a good hand, not to bet, obviously. So it's really nothing. It's really no brainer here. So deuce 5, not gonna play. Oh, Sertok actually played a hand. He had a jacks. I wonder how this action went here. How can I preview this hand like really quickly? Like, nope, this is not the right way. Basically, I should have done that, right? Chop. He just. Oh, he actually raised, yeah. Bet. I just wonder how he plays bets. He played obviously pretty aggressive, even though there was an ace on the board. I obviously should have raised this hand, but just set out, so I'm actually not gonna cap. I'm just gonna call and raise the flop here. I could wait for a turn here, but he didn't follow through the turn the last time that I was actually waiting for him to bet. So I'm just gonna fast play here. He's gonna be a, I mean, if I call the flop, he's gonna be kind of suspicious on me. There's like a 2 jacks on the board, so I might hit a jack here obviously and just like a slow play him. Also the board was kind of draw heavy, so the heart on the turn might slow him down with a bet on the turn. So I think raising right away is the way to go. And he actually hit an 8 there. He was actually 3-betting me pre-flop with 7-8 suited, so that's pretty strong, and that's not something that I actually expected from him. So that's definitely an interesting play from his part. And he actually quits the table now that he actually loses this hand. I'm actually gonna make a note on this guy. He's pretty tight, so I'm gonna make a pink color tag. And I'm gonna find a new table. Basically, I just don't want to play this table anymore. Here's a guy from Slovenia, Peponi. He seems like a pretty aggro dude. This Master FLA is basically just a wreck here. Also, the open fold, they are both good enough. They're both good players, so obviously this table is kind of minus EV to play on, so trying to find another one. Here might be a good table. I have a note on him, but I'm no color tag, so I guess I assume he's just we'll see. Other table seems fine. Was this the Simlish guy? This is the same guy, right? I think he was. Oh, I need to refresh my graph after this hand. Pretty good board from my hand. Basically, pretty awesome board. Only like a 6 would be better here. I mean, not on the river, but in general. He should be calling me with ace high here. And he probably did, right? Yeah, ace jack. Let me refresh my graph. Pretty good start of the day. So yeah, $16 up, nice. Gonna 3-bet here. Hoping that at least one of these guys folds here. Obviously, it's easier to win against 2 players than 3, but I think he should be fine, even if he decides to cold call here, and he does, and he actually caps the WVM guy from Belgium. So this should be interesting. Of course, there's gonna be an ace or a king on the board now. No, wow, that's interesting flop. I guess I should just protect my hand and just raise here. I obviously don't want to see either ace or a king here, so it's either gonna kill my action or I'm just gonna lose against those hands. Well, I guess we now kind of have this hand in a lock here, really, unless obviously someone has a 9. But I'll be fine. If someone has a 9 here, I will be perfectly fine. I guess he had like an ace king here, something like that. I kind of assume he wouldn't fold a pair here, like I don't know, like a pair of 10s or something like that. So probably has ace king or ace, maybe ace jack suited, something like that. I'm just gonna quit this table in upper right, even though it was our most profitable table so far. But obviously that was mostly because of that guy, which was a color, which was in green color for us. I have 2 guys here that I have no notes on. Oh, one is all in and one is sitting out, so derpy derp. Jack 4, just fold. CMH also quiz this table. That is fine. I'm just gonna stay on this table just because of Richard here. He might be a good player for us. I mean, I have a yellow node on him, but I might as well have him with a blue as a blue color tag. But basically yellow just means that he's pretty aggressive. So pretty aggressive, not good. That usually means yellow for me. 2 unknown players, so yeah, let's join. I mean, 3 regs and 2 unknowns. That seems pretty good ratio here. Not the best seat on the table, but as we already know, I'm not really picky with table selection here. I mean, not with table selection, yes, but not with the seat selections. Obviously, I'm just playing the one stakes, one stake, the one limit here, the 50 cents, $1. So if I would be playing like I usually play from 2-4 to 15-30, I obviously don't mind on seat selection, of course, just because I'm playing like that's 5 different stakes. But now that I'm just playing one, if I would be minding on seat selection 2 here, I would just not be playing any hands really. But obviously, if people are playing fixed limit hold'em, they usually play They usually play different stakes together. So basically, someone who plays 50 cents $1 also plays 25 50 cents and maybe even 10 cents 20 cents. So it's really not nothing unusual here. I mean, now that I actually checked, I kind of don't mind the fold there, even though doesn't look that bad. My hand doesn't look that bad, but against this Japanese guy, I mean, I'm gonna make a fold just here. I kind of want like a bit more read on him, a bit more reads on him. So so far, I'm just gonna fold. I think it's fine. So as you can see, I'm starting here today with $331. Basically, I am up. I actually updated my graph also on Poker Strategy forums, also here on Twitch. I'm up around $100 with just the cash games tables here, just as a profit on the tables. I'm just gonna move a bit lower my camera, something like that. Yeah, I am up like $100 here on the cash game tables. I also am up with about $230 with just the rake back, and I'm down like $7 with tournament buy-ins. Basically, I just played the micro minutes events, nothing else so far. So that means together with our $20 of starting bankroll, that means we are currently sitting at $331. So obviously, I'm going to make a shot at $1 or $2 stakes before that 600 mark. So probably around, I mean, the last time I probably did maybe like $450. That's kind of seems fine. Like I could make like a $50 shot at $450, but $50. But of course, there's still kind of long way to go until there. I mean, the last time, I mean, like I don't know, like a month ago, not a month ago, like 30 sessions ago, not a month ago. That's what I mean. 30 sessions ago, we were just plowing through the stakes here. I probably just played like the 50 cents $1 I played. I can actually check here real quick. 5 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents, and I played like 25 50 cents. I played only like for 5 sessions or so, and like 10 sessions of maybe even less. That's 9 sessions of 50 cents $1. So that's really that was really quick. So and then we actually already made a shot at 1-2. So at that point, so that was around. I mean, that was around $500. So that's kind of a bit more on the safer side, of course. But yeah, there's also coming a new bonus of $75 at around 6,000 FPP points. So that's gonna be good too for a bankroll. But I mean, that's really standard really here now. That we can see that most of the profits for a fixed limit hold'em player, I mean, not most of the profits, but like a very kind of big part of the profits usually comes from the rake back, and it's basically the same here on my stream. So we're just doing like a really typical simulation of someone building a bankroll here. So I mean, I assume he could be doing this with like a king 10 or also with a flush draw, but he did cold call pre-flop and now played aggressively against 2 other players. I mean, I might call here, but I'm gonna see like a queen is quite a lot here, so I'm just gonna fold really. Master FL, hit 3-bet pre-flop. I mean, I'm just gonna play it slowly here. Just gonna call twice. Interesting turn there. Basically, this is a really bad turn for me, I think. I'm just gonna go check behind here and maybe call the river Yeah, I'm definitely now calling the river with a 10. And yeah, that jack was just, like I said, it was pretty bad. Either a jack or a queen. Both of these cards are pretty bad for me. But yeah, nothing that I could do there, so I think it's fine. I think I played fine. I guess I'm gonna call here. I mean, I kind of assume he's not pre-bellaring with like king queen or something like that here, but I'm gonna call anyway. I assume he has an ace, and he does. I mean, he could play like a pair of like a high pair the same way, but I think I had to call there with a pair of sixes. Even though, like I said, I kind of don't expect him to pre-beller with, I don't know, maybe like a jack 10. He could do that, maybe with a jack 10 suited, something like that. Last few hands here. I guess I should refresh my graph again. We're still doing fine. Gonna go for a check raise against Richard here. Let me just see how much he opens up from the turn. Yeah, he opens up a lot from all the positions here pre-flop. So check raise really in order here with second pair, and also backdoor straight and backdoor flush draw. So we definitely have some outs there, even if we are behind. Have to bet again, and I assume I'm gonna bet again. I mean, I could go for a check call here, just hoping that he bets something for me here. He's definitely capable of doing that, so let's do that. I obviously don't expect to be raised here on the river, but he could actually hit that 10 with like something like ace 10 or something, hand like this. So but I'm just hoping that he bluffs with ace king or whatever. But he actually had a pair, so I think my check call there was fine. Like I said, I think he is capable of betting with a bluff there on the river, so maybe not with ace king, to be honest. Maybe he could see ace king being like a value hand for him, and he could be just checking back. But something like ace 9, that might be good. If he actually decides to bet this, but this time he actually had a pair, and he actually really betted for me, so I'm fine with that too. Hey, Poison Joker, welcome to the stream. Gonna fold to 4, just 7 suited. I assume I'm gonna fold unless like everybody limps there. Now of course I'm gonna be joining the pot here, and Doctor's here seems like a loose passive player, so let's mark him with a green color tag. The Kuz was also unknown for us. He seems to be like obviously a bit more aggressive than Doctor here, so. But we have now one loose passive player on this table, so, and that's definitely good enough for us. Kuz, I don't know. I should mark him with some color tag, but I guess I'm just gonna do a white color tag for now. This means that he's not unknown for me, but he's not really like a loose passive or something like that. So, WVM guy, we played quite a lot together so far. I mean, 170 hands, no notes on him, so I'm gonna make a white color tag for him too. Definitely gonna defend unless after obviously Master Eiffel here decides to 3-bet. He does not. I mean, Richard plays almost every hand here. 70, 80, 60. I mean, he's playing like a lot here, even pre-flop. Wow, should I be donk betting here? I think donk betting is actually fine here. Kinda don't want to see like a check behind by the beep here. I mean, he's gonna fold if he has like king queen here. King queen, he's not gonna fold king queen, but I don't know. He's not gonna bet it either, I think. He actually raised me, so now I have a pretty simple check call down. If he's doing this with a flush draw, I assume he would be taking a free card here, but he is not. That jack is also not that good for me. I'm gonna 3-bet here with queen jack. I guess I'm losing if I'm calling here. I think, but I had to call anyway, hoping that he's just doing this with a flush draw, even though he probably is not, and he actually had a pretty good hand. I decided to 3-bet with queen jack, and I actually got a cap from WVM guy. he probably did like a open raise and a cap. No, it's not. It wasn't open raise and a cap. It was just like a raise and a cap before with probably like ace queen or ace king or something like that. So he's definitely capable of doing this with no pair. That ace is just atrocious there on the river. Should I be even calling here now? He seems like a really passive also. Wow. I'm really gonna fold this. I guess I am. That was kind of weak, but if my read is correct, I think if I have a read on him, on a guy, and I don't follow through with a read, then why I'm actually making notes and stuff like this. So that's why I decided to fold there. Six eight. Gonna fold this one. Let me see if there are any better tables. I mean, even though all my tables seems pretty good actually. I mean, this would be like an improvement to the upper right table just because I have an immediate position on the doctor here, and also Ayul seems to be like unknown to me and also playing from a mobile, from a smartphone. So but which table should I I'm not gonna switch with this table. I could just maybe like a sit out on the upper left table for a while. I think that's a pretty good plan here. Just let's play this orbit until the end, and I'm gonna sit out, and I'm gonna rejoin if actually one of the table breaks apart or something like that. 4-3, Jack 4, folding these hands. King deuce also foldable. I mean the seat here is obviously not the best. It's kind of interesting. Neo Masa here seems like a really tight dude, but we probably played like 3 hands together. And he was also always cold calling me there. I'm gonna wait a bit. I mean, I'm gonna mark him like a too tight of a player, but I'm gonna wait a bit with like a final decision here. I just don't want him to quit the tables, and then I'm gonna be thinking that he's unknown the next time that I join the tables. I would obviously cold call if no, obviously I'm 3 bet there, but now I'm capping here, of course, with my tens. Not sure I wanted to say there, but because there are obviously spots where I actually just cold call with a hand like this, but not really in a situation like this. That ace is again pretty bad. I could go for a check behind here and call his river bet. I think that would be best. He actually called me with an ace there, so I'm just gonna check behind. Kind of assume he has what does he have here? A king jack with a king of diamonds. He actually has ace. A7, which is fine. Whoops. Obviously wanted to come up with this table. So I think checking behind would be. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to give him a free card there with that 3 diamonds on the board already. So I think betting is fine. Yeah, but the ace obviously isn't particularly nice card. So it was a pretty good start for us here today, but now actually I'm starting to lose hands. Getting a bit unfortunate turns and rivers, but that's really something that you should expect when playing poker. So. I assume if he has a king here, he's gonna call. I mean, just call. That's what I want to say. He's not gonna raise with a king queen or something like that. And he's raising now. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna call and lose this hand. Kind of hoping that he's doing this with a flush draw, even though I don't really buy it. But yeah, like I said, if he has a king, he's gonna just call there. But it's fine. If I'm gonna fold hands like this, I'm just gonna fold it too much. In general, I think so. I can't really be folding that. Let me refresh my after the hand. Yeah, after this ace queen to the hand. Let me refresh my hand again. I think I have. Yeah, I have my graph on the screen. He raised from open raise from middle position. So we'll see what happens. He folds right away. That was interesting. So let me refresh my graph. I assume we are not doing that great anymore. No, we actually are down $2. Wow. 2 big bets down. Check 6. This table is gonna be, like I said, a bit better than the previous table. With I can't remember what the guy was, what his nickname was, but he was pretty aggressive. But I have a Bill here who seems like also pretty aggressive. A Yule who is unknown to me. Let me just mark him as unknown, like this. He's cold calling on a small blind. That's already a good sign, I think. I mean, not sure why HSB here is limping on the undergun. Steel sets fire. Welcome, Steel. Welcome to the Minerays Mafia. We are doing a bankroll challenge here, guys, on limit hold'em cash game tables. I started with $20 like 60 sessions ago. Now currently I'm sitting at 331. But if you look up at my graph at the bottom of Twitch page, you'll see that I actually was really close of finishing this challenge already. Like a long time ago, I was already around $800 at some point. So yeah, but we started losing cut. Kind of hit a downswing, which really wasn't downswing. I mean, I just did like a report on poker strategy forums, and I mean, my peak was like 1,000 big bets win. That was when I was around $800, obviously. But currently I'm sitting at like 680 big bets, which is still a lot. I still have like a win rate of 1.2 big bets, which is, I mean, could be better, I guess. But I just want to say that I basically lost like 350 big bets altogether, which doesn't really qualify for being a downswing. But of course, because we have a pretty aggressive bankroll management here, and because it was on our biggest stake so far, which was $1 to dollar, that of course on that dollars graph looks quite ugly. So yeah. I can actually show you guys. Maybe when I'm down to 2 tables, I can actually show you the dollar graph and the big bets graph. Yeah, maybe when I'm just playing 2 tables. I'm sure there's gonna be a point in this session when one of the tables is going to break or something like that. Let me just have a look at the tables. I'm just gonna go on some waiting lists. If I spot a kind of good table, I actually found 3 good tables now. Kind of easier to play around like, I mean, it's Friday. First, it's Friday day, right? It's also like 4 or 5 p.m. Central PM time here. There are quite a lot of lots of tables available. Usually I play at noon Central PM time. I can't really be picky that much with the tables, but I can be a bit more picky today, yeah. Now I'm just gonna call here. Not call, just complete here or whatever. I would rebet if Paul open fold. But if HSB here would fold, basically. Hey, Game Desire. Oh, I really need to make a Fellfish. I really need to make a face palm of Limit Cat. I actually have a pretty good picture, but I just need to turn it into the emoji here on Twitch. Not sure what exactly are these emojis called here. Yeah, like a face palm or something like that. Limit Cat face palm. Jack 8, I'm gonna fold Jack 8. Obviously raise Jack 9. 4-9, I'm gonna fold now, of course, now that Paul open fold raises. 7-4 suit also foldable. I mean, Doctor is not as loose passive as I was thinking before. He was limping a bit more. I mean, we only played like 36 hands together, so he could be just getting really bad cards, so he's not limping anymore. But yeah, should be fine. Ayul's here seems kind of loose passive too, so we'll see how it goes. For now, I'm not gonna change my colors here, color tag. So 10-8. I don't know. Doesn't seem that bad, but I'm just gonna fold. 10-9, obviously, I would raise. Maybe I'm playing a bit too tight today, who knows. Alex here, I saw the Alex here with a green color tag, but Pentios, I'm just gonna mark him as an unknown. Playing for mobile also, but he only has like 2.5 big bets left, so I'm not really interested in the table. There are actually some. I mean, I actually noticed. I mean, obviously the general classification of someone who plays from iPad or mobile device is that he's bad, right? But I actually saw some like decent players here playing from mobile. I can't imagine how they're like playing like 2 or 3 tables of good poker, but some guys can manage. I mean, playing micro stakes, of course, but still. Open raise and a cap by H's brief from Andre Gunn, so that is pretty strong. I mean, I have noted him that he's open raising capping with King 8 suited, but I don't think that is the case here. He's open raising calling with queens, open raising cap with the ace queen, but I mean, we have 2 other players here, so obviously a 3-way. I flopped the nuts, I assume. So I'm just gonna raise it right away, just hoping that he actually 3-bets me here with I don't know, now I'm hoping that he has aces here, of course. I'm just gonna call and raise a turn. Wow. Now I hope he doesn't have aces here. It is not ace of spades. He checks. I'm assuming he's not like trapping me here or something. That he's actually afraid of me having like ace, maybe ace of spades, 10 of hearts here, and me raising the flop or something like that. Wow. He was actually trapping me here with a double ace. That doesn't make much sense, to be honest. But it's fine. That's why he's playing the micro stakes, right? Yeah, was hoping for aces, but now, as you can see, guys, it backfired, of course. But I think I did play it as I should. That obviously that turn spade definitely killed my my hand there. Obviously, it would better it would just be like a blank. So 2 colors with an ace on the board. That's interesting. Like a check behind by coups like right away. I'm actually also splitting now with every king here. So I mean, unless someone has king 9 here. Yeah, unfortunately. To a pretty good start, but not that good of a follow-up now. Just getting some bad beats, not really bad beats, but just unfortunate turns and rivers. So but it's fine. Let me refresh my graph. Refreshing quite a lot today. Ooh, $7 down. Damn, 7. I could see a cold call if HSB here cold calls. I wouldn't mind playing against these two guys and a doctor here, but no, I'm just gonna fold. King Deer's not gonna defend against Ayul. So I'm playing for how long? I'm playing for 42 minutes, so oh, now I remember, I usually play for 3 hours and 50 minutes, is that correct? Maybe so, yeah. King 7 suited, nah. A bit too weak or not the best position, so. Ace Jack definitely gonna 3-bet if he decides to open up here. He does. Maybe I did 3-bet a bit fast. Just waiting on a raise or 3-bet button here and just pressing it. Timing tells are real. Not the best sport, of course. He's gonna call again if he has like a decent hand here. He just folds. That is fine. Not gonna cap here. Just gonna call and see what the flop brings. That is pretty good flop for my hand. Now is the question: should I be? I mean, if I'm kind of hoping that Paul open fold here raises, so he here bets, but now I kind of hope that he doesn't raise. Wow. Do I trust the Vlad here that he actually has something? Don't bet call 2 pair 8. I could be also folding here, but I could be folding a better hand. Maybe Paul open fold just wants to get me out with the hand here, which is obviously a pretty good move. But yeah, kind of hoping that that Vlad here actually has a 10 here and he's down betting it with it. So yeah, I mean, now I'm happy with that. Now there's another spade on the board. Also completed some of the straight draws out there. So. He actually has a 10, nice. And he was doing with this with not such a good hand, so I wonder what he actually had there. 7s, wow. That was a pretty good raise. Obviously I was hoping that it would go like bet, raise, fold or whatever against Vlad, but he actually hit the top pair, so that was a bit optimistic, right? Pair of 9s here. I'm kinda showing that I have a pair of kings here, now that I just called the flop. Obviously his middle position raise is not the biggest, I assume, so let me just see right again, 26%, just quite a lot, to be honest. Didn't expect that much from him, so I'm just gonna call once more. Just hope that he checks back with I don't know, Jack 10 here. If he bets, I'm gonna fold. Yeah. I would even play with some ace highs like this here, definitely with a king, like king queen or something like that. Wouldn't go for a check raise. 4s, interesting flop, so I'm definitely gonna continue betting here. If he raises, it's gonna be I'm definitely not folding with my flush draw, but Definitely not gonna be a happy camper there. Just a three-way here, but we have Elena here. Doctor is sitting out on both of these tables, so I'm assuming this table is gonna break pretty soon. 8-6, nah. Jack 5, yeah, this table is breaking apart, so I'm just gonna fold and just quit the table. And like I said before, now that I actually did quit the table, I can actually show you guys the graph from basically the overall graph. So let me just find it here. Add image. Okay. So this is basically my overall graph in terms of dollars. 87, yes. Here it is. Can I move it? Of course I can. So this is basically my graph in terms of dollars. As you can see, I am up 96.41 dollars. But of course, in cash games, that's just a profit at the tables. But of course, I also got $233 of rake back. So that's why I am actually currently sitting at $330, as you can see here. I wouldn't mind the dunk bet here, to be honest. But of course, if we look up at my big bets graph, you'll see pretty quickly that that it's quite a different story there. And here's a big bet graph. As you can see, wow, he check raised. I assume he has either I mean, he could have like a flush draw here with a queen 10 or something like that, but I assume he basically has either a better king or something like that. Now I'm just gonna dunk bet here. If he raises, wow. Nah, he's not gonna raise. He's not even gonna raise if he has a set of jacks here. I kinda hope. But I'm beating King Jack, I'm beating Ace King now, so definitely need to dunk bet. So yeah, basically these are my graph. The upper right is of in terms of dollars, and the bottom one is in terms of big bets. As you can see, we haven't lost that much in terms of big bets. Just from like 1,000 big bets to like 680, no, 618, right? So that means that we lost 400 big bets. Yeah, which seems kind of more realistic, yeah. But obviously in terms of dollars, that seems like a really horrible graph. So yeah, I'm gonna sit out after this hand here. Now I also found the third table, so we're gonna continue here with 3 tables. Oh, I mean, this one is gonna broke down, so I actually supposed to sit out next week, but which is fine. That wasn't the best raise, but now I have basically a double belly buster here. I'm gonna win with an 8, gonna win with a queen, I'm gonna have even the nut, so I'm definitely gonna call, and I assume I'm gonna raise here if he bets. I mean, I'm not expecting a raise here from him, to be honest. So on a 5 straight board, and he doesn't. I mean, he could have like a jack 10 here, but everything else not really. The table broke apart as we expected. So let me just find a new table now. No new tables for now, so I'm just gonna play 2 for the time being. I was kind of contemplating of raising here, 3-betting here, Paul open fold, his open raise from, I mean, he's under the gun raise. Maybe not, maybe I'm just a bit too optimistic here, really, but obviously I'm never capping against, at least not against WVM guy. Vlad is also sitting out. No, why are these guys all sitting out? And as soon as Vlad set out, both of these guys actually quit the table. So I assume they're gonna come back now that Vlad actually joins us back. I'm gonna go check for check raise here, but it's so obvious what I actually have here. It's so obvious that I actually have a draw here, so but I have to do it obviously with a flush draw. Now I'm just hoping that he kind of folds like ace-9 or something like that, or maybe even a pair of 8-7s. I have a 7, so that's not really likely, but yeah. Actually, I ended up pretty well for us. Obviously, his raise from button is obviously a pretty wide range, so definitely the check raise was definitely in order, but it's so obvious really what I have. I mean, I could have like a queen jack also, or ace queen, or just some pair, so definitely it's hard for him to play there. So Vlad comes back and two new players join the table, unknown for me, so I'm just gonna note them right away. I like to have these color notes obviously on the players, so yeah. I assume Tommy lost against some Russian guy. That's what I'm assuming here. Yep, he lost against Star B, and I assume Star B is from Russia. He is. Just Putin, nothing else. Just Putin. Oh, he's also an idiot. I forgot about that. So. King 6, fold, 8-6. Let's see the flop. I might down bet here just to protect my hand here. He calls really fast. I kind of assume he would raise with a queen. And he also joins here. I'm gonna bet again. The juice is obviously pretty good for me, for my hand. And I might not bet again on the river if QB guy calls. There are not really many boards hands that are gonna call me there on the river. I basically can't see 1, 6-3, and there's a 4 on the river maybe, but that's basically it. Gonna 3-bet with King 10 suit here. Wow, Star B caps. Tommy's gonna join, and also assume Kubi's gonna join, so it's gonna be a pretty big pot. Flush draw, that's actually not that bad. But I have the worst position here. So I'm just gonna raise and just pump up the pot here. Obviously I have pretty good odds here, pretty good equity, that's what I want to say. So I think my raise here is fine. Now I'm just gonna play slow and just hope that I basically hit my my flush draw there. Wow, bet 3-bet, but of course jack on the turn. I mean, that could also mean that he actually has like a flush draw or something like that, like me. So yeah. Now it's gonna be crazy when Tommy's gonna bet and we're both gonna fold here. Yeah, I'm gonna fold and Star B is gonna fold. Nope. Wow, he was doing this with pair of threes. Nice hand. And he was bluffing with ace-10. That was